Hey, what's up guys? I haven't had a video for a while, but upcoming I have Bushcraft Survival course. It's an advanced course. It's 5 days and 4 nights at the Sigma 3 school in Missouri. So it says that you'll be relatively close to your car. Don't expect long hikes. So what I'm gonna do is put my food mostly in a cooler and then kind of go back and forth with the haversack as I need. I don't know that for sure because I've never been out there, so it's just speculation. But anyway, people are allowed to drive into town. I mean, the class is only during the day. I'm gonna stay there and camp the whole time, but people are allowed to drive to town for food and whatnot. Just not lunch because there's not enough time or whatever. But I'm just gonna do the whole thing up. So I'm gonna show you what I've got. This is supposed to be 5 days worth of food for me. And if I happen to run low, I can make a mad dash to the store. So it's no big deal. And we got coronavirus going on, so it was very slim pickings and lots of stuff was gone. So I tried to do the best I can and still kind of wing it. So first we'll go with the cook set. My dad sent me home with a cook set when I was in Illinois visiting, and it's gonna work better. It's a little bigger than I would use for backpacking, but it's gonna work great for camp trips or, you know, hike out and camp for some time. So this looks pretty old school. It's got a nice big pot and a pot top, and my family was all military and my dad was in the military, so I don't know if this comes from there or what. I know it's very old and it took lots of SOS pads to clean up. So inside of that, we have another smaller hanging pot. And then there I put a couple of cleaning supplies. I got a scrub brush and just a cheesecloth deal. I put my cup from my other set in there. I've got a spork, my food knife, and then I took the spatula from one of the other cook sets, because one thing I've realized is this may be intended to be a spoon, but having something while you're cooking is always very useful, and it's almost free and fits in, so I took it. I also have bought myself not a titanium spork for that same reason. And then got the handle for the hot cookers. So big pot, small pot. It had a coffee set with it, but it didn't have the lid with it, and it's really hard to clean down into the spout. So aside from that, it comes with 4 plates. I've also sniped a cutting board from one of the other cook sets. So these tin plates, I would imagine that I can use these to cook on. As you might notice, there's no skillets. So if I can't use these with the handle, this is charred up, which means somebody cooks. This is more skillet style, so probably this. And then I need to get just like a little rubber band for it, because it doesn't quite set down real snug. I think this might be bent, I don't know. But so it's just a little bit loose when you put it on, so it wobbles, right? So if I get a thick rubber band or something put on there, that'll take care of that. And then I don't have it in here, but I'm also taking that sniper bag, so it's got the nesting cup, my extra spork, and water and stuff in it. So there's that. And then to go along with that, I have just a regular old coffee pot that I took the whatever the doodad is out of. And this is because Outdoor Adventures, which is Will, did a video on cowboy coffee, and I decided that's what I was doing. So that's when I built the fire pit out back. And I've been using instant coffee, and I'm taking a couple, 3, just in case I don't have enough. But I ordered and had delivered Black Rifle Coffee's caffeine blend. So this is a veteran-owned coffee place. They're not sponsoring me or anything. The reason I bought it is because the commercials are funny. I love the dude's YouTube channel, and it's veteran-owned. So just giving them patronage. So that's my coffee situation. And to cook all this stuff on before we get in the actual food, I have ordered from the Pine Ridge Forge my cooking set. So I have the pan holder and the hanger with the steak that goes in the ground. So I'm definitely taking this. I'm going to show it off at the bushcraft course. Advertise. Okay, so let's jump into the food. For breakfast, I have a pack of Quaker oatmeal. It's just maple and brown sugar. It was the only thing they had that wasn't like the generic brand. And I figured I'll just put some fruit in it anyway, so it doesn't matter. It may be just banging the way it is with the coffee. But anyway, this is breakfast every day. I'm not a big breakfast eater anyway, so I don't care for the variants. So that's that. To go with that, or as snacks, I have a package of strawberries, and I bought green bananas because I was afraid I wouldn't have bananas, and I don't leave for another day and a half, and then I'll be a day driving, and then it'll be 5 days. So these should, my wife has said if I got in this color, they'd be fine. So if they're not fine, we're gonna write her a strongly worded letter. But whatever I don't use in my breakfast or for breakfast, I can have as snack. I tried to get most real food that I could, but not everything works out that way. So also as backup, I have tuna packages. One is sweet and spicy, and one is honey barbecue. I did not buy the crackers that I intend to eat with this. I'll get them when I go there. I have to go to the store for bread anyway, and we'll talk about that when I get to what I'm having for suppers. Also snacking kind of through the day. We had this trail mix left over. It's got candy in it, the M&Ms and raisins. My wife likes the sweet stuff, but it's great value. But this is just already laying there. And then I bought the Cliff Bars, and they're the ones with the nut butter in it. I really like those. This one has maple almond butter, but the peanut butter one is great as well. And they're very small, they're easy to eat, and they've got the like fudgy stuff in the middle. Good. And then I don't know if this is a snack or a meal companion or what, but I've got grape tomatoes because I like grape and cherry tomatoes quite a bit, and I'll just eat them sometimes. Okay, so what could be for lunches? I have a package of sausage. And then I've got two types of instant Idaho potatoes. One is the 4 cheese, and one is the sour cream and chive. So I've got whatever snacks, and then sausages or potatoes or mixture of both, or leftovers if I have the leftovers. So here's what I'm doing for suppers. There's at least one night where I just want to have steak. So I have two flat iron steaks. They're not bad. Decent size, I guess. This one is like 3/4 of a pound. So then I got asparagus. So at least one night I'll have steak, asparagus, probably some of these cherry tomatoes. So a lot of the other time I've got another one of those steaks in case I decide steak instead of stew, and enough pre-cut stew meat to make stew at least twice. So to make the stew, I have red peppers, green peppers, celery, onions, which I probably only take 3 of these, and then a sack of small sack of potatoes. So these are the yellow potatoes too, not the brown ones. They were just the closest one to me, honestly. The store was driving me crazy. So to go also with that, I have this little seasoner thing that Mel got for camping, and it's got paprika, curry, salt, pepper, all that stuff. It's got individual shaker open on the top. So this is my seasoning. And then sneaky, I brought a Kool-Aid thing that I'll squirt in with my coffee cup if I just want some flavor. And the bread I mentioned, I want to get either, I don't know if it's like maybe like a baguette or maybe some sourdough or something to have with the stew. And then I wanted lentils. I thought we had some in the cabinet and we don't, so I'll probably pick up some lentils too. If you don't know what lentils are, you should look up a stew recipe with lentils because they're fairly good when you use beef stock too in a stew. I've made stew without meat and with lentils, and it was still very hearty and very good flavor. So lentils they're small too. It's a super easy filler to make sure you're filled up. And then I'm gonna have one brownie in the evening. We're making a pan of brownies. I'm gonna individually wrap them, and then we'll have those. So that's it mostly for the food. I'm just gonna put it in a cooler and keep it in the car. Though it's in Missouri and right now it's cold enough, I don't think I have to do any of that with this. So hopefully this is like keeps me sustained. This is what I plan on eating the whole time. Almost everything is like proper food, meat and veggies and stuff. I've got some beef stock and the Cliff Bars and sausages. Okay, maybe not almost everything, but this should be fun. And then I've got this out of the way. Got the cook set plan, and then I'm going to be working on getting the gear that I want and packing my bag too. I'm gonna set up. It looks like day 2 is when we do a shelter. So on day 1 and the previous day, I'm gonna camp there with my stuff. So I need to figure out what I'm taking as far as camping, shelter wise, and then what I'm taking for the temperature. And I've rented a truck, so I'll probably just pack everything in the truck and then walk back and forth if I need to. So it's going to be really good, especially with the coronavirus, to get away from everything and not hear any of the panic or anything. But it's not about, it's not exactly about camping like that. This, I've paid money, I've taken vacation from work, I'm going there so I can have these people teach me skills that are checked off onto my box. I'm very happy about the skills that are coming, and some of them I've even not practiced on purpose to make sure that I could learn them during this class. So I'm very, very excited. It's going to be a fun time camping, but and I'm going to play around, obviously bringing the food and everything, but I really want to focus on maybe even practicing those materials and whatnot. But I'm going to camp there the whole time. This is what I'm eating. I'm going to see what I can video. I have no idea what I am and am not allowed to video there, or if I can video after the day's over. If so, I can get videos like cooking my supper, talking about what we did during the day, maybe if we have a hut showing it or something like that. But I'm really excited, so keep watching for more videos that come from that.